now. All right, all of you can see my screen. All right, so today we will be going through the May-June 2022 paper. This is paper 1-3. All right, so we've gone through quite a number of papers already. I've seen significant improvement from all of you. Okay, last 2 weeks, like what I say, y'all got to push. Okay, y'all can change your grades right now. I believe all of you here can actually do it if y'all put your heart to it. Okay, put your heart, mind, soul into it. You don't know anything, teacher is here to support you all. Okay, so 2 more weeks. Just push through. Okay, if you don't know anything, please ask immediately. Okay, so I've already given you all feedback on what you all need to actually focus on. What are your careless mistakes also? So you all just read my comment. If you all got anything that need clarification, look through the mark scheme first. Then yeah, otherwise you all can just ask me. All right, come, let's go through this paper. Okay, I won't go through the instructions. We jump straight into question 1. All right, find the rational numbers a, b, and c such that the first 3 terms in descending powers of x in the expansion 3x squared minus 1 over 9x to the power of 5 can be written in the form ax to the power of 10 plus bx to the power of 7 plus cx to the power of 4. Okay, so this one is just your binomial expansion. You all got to remember, you can just look at the formula in front if you want. Okay. So you all look out. Okay, some of you didn't do a bit different from the working that I show you. It's fine also, as long as your final answer is the same. Okay, so 3x squared minus 1 over 9x to the power of 5. Okay, so I just want you all to use the binomial expansion. This one, be careful. Some of you actually, I think all of you actually know the formula. The only reason why you're wrong is you all type in somewhere wrong. It's all careless. Okay, by right now, we have done so many of these questions already, right? Okay, most of the time, you're just careless only. So make sure you double, triple check it. Okay, so we put in the formula 5c1 3x squared to the power of 4. Okay, you can change it to x to the power negative 1 also if you like, so that if you like to see the indices, otherwise you just leave it at the bottom. Then 5c2 3x squared 3 minus x power negative 1 over 9 squared. Okay, one note that I always remind you all, always look at your total power and make sure it adds up to the n value, okay, the original power. That's one of the indicators, so you all can check whether you're correct or not. Okay, so you'll get 243 x to the power of 10 minus 45 x to the power of 7 plus 10 over 3 x to the power of 4. Okay, this is a 3-mark question. All right, hence. Okay, hence means what? Okay, hence not legs. So hence means you look at the previous one, make sure your previous one is correct also. That's why you have to double and triple check it. If the marker is very strict, sometimes actually if you this one, you're on top, you're wrong, right? Then when you cross multiply, okay, when you cross multiply it that time, right? Sometimes they will still give you the marks, okay? Because your method is correct. If they are very, very strict, they see your first one wrong already, hopefully they still give you marks. Okay? So we just need to find the coefficient of x to the power of 4. So just in the first question, it was 3x squared minus 1 over 9x to the power of 5, 1 plus 1 over x cubed to the power of 2. Okay, you use the values that were from on top. So 243 x to the power of 10 minus 45 x to the power of 7 plus 10 over 3 x to the power of 4. Okay, then this one we got to open up the bracket. This one we can just use our a plus b bracket square. So you can get 1 plus 2x to the power of negative 3 plus x to the power of negative 6. Okay, you want to write it as x over 3, x to the 1 over x to the power of 6 also can. All right, remember, we only want to find the terms for the coefficient of x to the power of 4. We don't care about all the others. So don't go and multiply all of it. You waste a lot of time and you won't get any extra marks also. So the only thing that you need to multiply, you all see here, the ones that are highlighted. So yellow and yellow, blue and blue, this one. Then green and green here. Okay, green and green. Okay, why? The first criteria is we look at the power. Okay, x to the power of 10 and x to the power of -6. When you cross multiply with each other, we will get x to the power of 4. Our end goal here is that we want x to the power of 4. We don't care about any other x to the power of whatever term. Okay, so then after that, you look at the blue one, x to the power of 7 and x to the power of -3, or 1 over x to the power of 3, you get x to the power of 4 also. X to the power of 4 and this one x to the power of 0, nothing. You also get x to the power of 4. Okay, so I like to write it just like this. So I only focus on the coefficient. You write the coefficient can already. So coefficient of x to the power of 4. You write the yellow one first. So 243 times 1 plus -45 times 2 plus 10 over 3 times 1. Okay, just add it up all together. 243 minus 90 plus 10 over 3 equals to 469 over 3. Okay? So you'll see, all these are the terms when we cross multiply. This is the yellow one. Okay, clear on what we're doing here? Okay, so this is just your binomial expansion. Remember, when they ask you to find a certain term, the first thing we just look at the x term first. We don't care about whatever value that's in front. That means we don't care about the coefficient first. Because you don't waste time cross multiply every single term. You won't have time in exam to do that. Okay, question 2. In this question, all lengths are in cm. Okay, then all in radians. The diagram shows a circle, center O, radius 8. The radius ABC lie on the circumference of the circle. The chord AB has length 10. Show that angle BOA is 1.35 correct to 2 dp. Okay, how do y'all do this? Okay, y'all use sine or cos also, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just use this one. So you'll see the working there. Theta, we split it into 90 degrees. This one will be 5. And this one radius. Your radius will be 8. Okay, so sine theta on the red color one, sine theta is equals to 5 over 8. Okay, because this triangle here. Okay, 8, 5, then this one theta. So, okay, theta equals to 0.675. Angle BOA. Okay, angle BOA, this one will be 0.675 times 2 equals to 1.350. Okay, this is how they normally give you all the marks. Okay, I don't know how strict they are. Also, it really depends on the marker. When they say the word correct to whatever decimal place or significant figure, right? Normally in the mark scheme, one step before, you just write like maybe 1 or 2 extra decimal place or significant figures first before you round it up. Okay? Yeah, cost rule also is fine. It's exactly the same. Okay, so you write like this, then only you write 1.35. Then you just write shown or proven. Okay? We just follow the format. Whatever IGCSE wants us to do, we just follow it. Okay? Question B. Given that the minor arc has a length of 18, find angle BOC. Okay, so they want us to find BOC, right? Okay, so BOC, let's just say I have this one, okay, angle BOC. Okay, so we can use R theta equals to arc length. Okay, S equals to R theta. This will give us 8 theta equals to 2.25. Okay, your theta here is the angle BOC. Angle BOC is 18. Sorry, copy too fast, right? Okay, 18. Then we'll get this one, 18 divided by 8. Okay, 18 divided by 8, we'll get 2.25. Question C. Find the area of the minor sector AOC. Okay. I think all of you know how to do this, right? I see most also wrong one is careless mistake only. Okay, careless mistake. All right. Angle BOC. Angle AOC first. Okay, what's angle AOC? So AOC is over here, right? Okay, AOC over here. We know, we can find this part here. So we found angle BOC already. We know over here also. Okay, angle BOA, which is 1.35. So you make sure you take the correct value. It's 2 pi. I think some of you wrote 4 pi. I don't know why also. 2 pi minus 1.35 minus 2.25. You get 2.68 radian. Area AOC will be half r square theta, half 8 square 2.68. Okay, you will get 85.9. Okay, or 85.8. Okay, by the way, if I didn't give you all marks, you all just add marks or minus marks accordingly, because some of it I might have missed also. Okay, this one be careful also. We want to try to follow the rules as much as we can. So please take note on the significant figures and the decimal place also. However they want us to present, we follow it. Okay, because some markers is very, very strict. If you look at mark scheme, they specifically just write 3 significant figures only. Okay, because this is an instruction that's given to us already. Okay, clear? All right, question 3A. Find the exact solution of the equation 2e to the power of 6x minus 3e to the power of 3x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, this one falls under your complex quadratic equation chapter. Okay, not chapter lah. The one small part. Okay, I think in chapter 5, right? All right, we use the let method because if you see the pattern here, we look at the power e to the power of 6x, e to the power of 3x. Normally, the power will be like this. 2, 1, then power 0. That means this one will be 2 times of this. So this one, whatever the power 1, we use the let method. Okay, so you want to let whatever, any alphabet. So in this case, I'll just let m equals to e to the power of 3x. If you don't want to use the let method also, it's fine. Okay, it's just that it's clearer. Okay, it's clearer for most of you. And this is the way that I taught you all. So if you want to change it, 2e to the power of 6x, this step is not necessary, just to be clear for anyone who don't know how to change it. You change it like this. 2e 3x squared minus 3e 3x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, you see our goal is that we want this e to the power of 3x. We want to replace that so that we can change it to a quadratic equation like this. 3m squared minus 2m squared minus 3m minus 5. Okay, then we factorize it. We should get m plus 1 equals to 0. Then m equals to 5 over 2 and m equals to -1. Okay. We do this one. E to the power of 3x equals to 5 over 2. Okay. You see, this one, right? Actually, you can straight reject here already. If you can think ahead, because this one exponential, you will inverse it to become ln, right? Ln cannot be negative. Okay, so but if you cannot see that, then you continue you will reject it anyway lah. Okay, so this one change to ln. So 3x equals to ln 5 over 2. We inverse the exponential. Therefore, x is equals to 1 over 3 ln 5 over 2. Okay, if you want to see this one, e to the power of 3x equals to -1, 3x equals to ln to the power of -1. Cannot. Okay, so we reject this one. Okay, question B. Solve the following simultaneous equation. I see most of you did it very, very good. Okay, so you all got 5 marks over here, right? All right, let's consider this as equation 1, this one as equation 2. Okay, so let's see from 1 over here, e to the power of 4x minus 7, then divide, same base, right? Okay, same base. Therefore, we can subtract the power. So minus 5x minus 7y equals to e to the power of negative 2. Right? Then, okay, let's say if I want to simplify the power, so it'll be e to the power negative x negative 7y minus 7 equals to e to the power negative 2. So we just compare the power. Okay, compare the power. Negative x, negative 7y, negative 7 equals to negative 2. We can make it all to positive, so it's nicer for us to calculate. So we multiply the whole thing by negative. X plus 7y plus 7 equals to 2. And okay, you want to do this one's substitution. Okay, you want to make x or y the subject, doesn't matter. Your final answer will be the same. Okay, in this step, I will make x as a subject first. So x equals to negative 5, negative 7y. This will be equation 3. Then I would like to substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Negative 5, negative 7y times y plus 18 equals to 0. Okay, then continue to lah. Negative 5y, negative 7y squared plus 18 equals to 0. Okay, this one rearrange first. Oops. 7y squared plus 5y minus 18 equals to 0. Exam, you cannot think, don't waste your time, use your calculator. Okay, but make sure you show this step. 7y minus 9, y plus 2 equals to 0. And you'll get y equals to 9 over 7 and y equals to negative 2. Okay, so we got this one already. Then we need to find what's our x. Okay, so what you want to do? Sub y into 3. Okay, so I got y equals to 9 over 7. Okay, x will be equals to negative 5, negative 7, 9 over 7, which is negative 14. Okay, then when y equals to negative 2, x equals to negative 5, negative 7 times 2 equals to 9. Okay, how do I check whether my answer is correct? You just take the easiest equation. Let's say this one or this one, whichever. You submit the x and y inside. Make sure that the pair that you all get, this one is y equals to negative 2, right? Okay, if you want to double check it, make sure it's correct. When you sub into any of the equation, you just sub into the easiest one. So maybe you can sub into here, okay? Or you can sub into equation 2. All right, so that you don't make any careless mistake here, because this is 5 marks, easy 5 marks actually. Pretty easy 5 marks. Okay, question 4. Variables x and y are such that e to the power of 4y is plotted against x. A straight line of gradient 2 over 5 passing through tan 2 is obtained. Okay, so remember for this, for us to visualize it clearer, I want you all to always just plot it out like this. Okay, gradient of 2 over 5. So gradient m equals to 2 over 5. Then passes through tan 2. Okay, probably somewhere here lah. Okay, tan 2. All right, so find y in terms of x. So we write this first. Big Y equals to m big X plus c. So we know that our m is equals to 2 over 5 with this tan 2, right? Okay, with this tan 2. Okay, so we just need to sub it in. Be careful, some of you, I saw a couple of you, x go and sub into y go and sub into x. Don't make silly mistakes like this, okay? Very, all your steps all correct, one. All values all wrong only. Okay, y, so 2 equals to 2 over 5, 10 plus C. Okay, if you sub in wrongly, your C here is wrong already. Therefore, C equals to -2. Okay, then we rewrite again. Now, in terms of the e to the power of 4y equals to 2 over 5x minus 2. Okay, they want y in terms of x. That means I want y as my subject. Okay, just rearrange, change the e, the exponential to ln first. Okay, just to make sure, because most of you, okay, the new ones, you all have never learned exponential or log from me. You all know exponential when you inverse, when you move to the other side is ln, right? Okay, because I see a couple of you did, like, you all know like it's ln, but somehow when you all bring it over to the other side, very funny. Okay, so all you need to do, you see, if I got e over here, if you don't know how to change it, right, another way that you can do is, okay, I just teach you all one more extra step. This is not necessary for you all to write. You can just put ln at both sides. Okay, you put ln at both sides like this. Okay, why? This one, I can do the power rule, then bring it down, right? Ln e, okay, if you don't know what's ln e, and why we use ln also, ln e, you just type in your calculator, you get equals to 1. So you see, this is what you do if you are not sure. Okay, if you don't know how to inverse the exponential. Otherwise, you should know already. E, you inverse it, your this one will go down, then after that, here will become ln. Then you get y equals to 1 over 4 ln 2 over 5x minus 2. Okay, be careful when you all do this because the next few questions also will be related to it. Find the value of y when x equals to 45. Give your answer in the form ln p. Okay, when they say ln p, it needs to be ln something only. You cannot have any other values in front. So we substitute x equals to 45 into the equation that we found. So 2 over 5, 45 minus 2, you get 1 over 4 ln 16. Okay, then this one we use power rule. So y equals to ln 16 to the power of 1 over 4, which will give you y equals to ln 2. Question C. Find the values of x for which y can be defined. Okay. This one, normally, how they structure it is actually they say find the value of x which cannot be defined. Now they say it can be defined. Right? Okay, so how to express this? You all see the working that I gave you all? What cannot be defined here for a ln graph? What cannot be defined? When ln is equals to 0, right? Okay, when ln equals to 0, because your ln graph is like that. Okay, we need to know the properties of ln graph, right? Where your asymptote is x equals to 0. Okay, this is your asymptote. Okay, so this is a property that we need to know for ln and log graph. Therefore, okay, ln equals to 0, undefined. So we find what is the undefined number first, which is we take whatever that's in the bracket. So for this one, you all see, right? Sometimes they put undefined. In this case, they put it can be defined. Okay, so you just need to take whatever that's in the bracket equals to 0. Okay, that is how you find your new asymptote. So 2 over 5x minus 2 equals to 0. You rearrange it, you'll get x equals to 5. So x equals to 5, this is your asymptote. Okay, this is your asymptote, your new asymptote based on this graph. Okay, understand how it works? X equals to 5. So how do I present, okay, the value of x that can be defined, for which y can be defined? So it's x more than 5. Okay, 1 mark only lah. Okay, but they like to ask, log and ln, same thing. Just take whatever in the bracket equals to 0 because we want to find the asymptote. This is the nature of your log and ln graph. Question 5. Kinematics. The velocity v of a particle moving in a straight line t seconds after passing through a fixed point O is given by v equals to 6 sine 3t. Find the time at which the acceleration of the particle is equals to -9. Okay, we got v equals to 6 sine 3t. They want us to find A. So A is equals to dv over dt. Okay, always write this down as VA. We go down, we differentiate in terms of time. We go up, we integrate in terms of time. And remember, when you integrate, you always need to plus C. If it's an indefinite integral, you need to plus C because the plus C is called your arbitrary constant. Okay, mentioning this is for the next question because a couple of you all integrate all correctly but never do your plus C. Okay, so we find what's our A first, which is 18 cos 3t. Okay, the other one that I teach you all is SC negative S negative C, right? Okay, you go down. This is your dy over dx. Then you go up. This is your integration. Okay. Then we'll get A is equals to -9. So A equals -9. Over here, the second step. So 18 cos 3t equals to -9. Cos 3t equals to -0.5. Okay, then we have to do trigo. Okay, this one, I don't know, I think about 50% of you wrong. Okay, Shanna asking, how will we know whether to use degree or radian? Okay. What do y'all think? The rest of you. Okay, that's a good question. I think half of you got it wrong because y'all use degree, right? Y'all just look at your working. Okay, then y'all see my comment there. What did I say? All right. Okay, Lineage say, isn't kinematics always radian? Okay, why radian? Why is it in radian? Okay, Shanna said they didn't say also. So how? Okay, how? Why is it in radian? Okay, Joshua used in degree. Okay, I ask you all. Time, when you look at your time, right? How do you measure? Now, what time is it right now? Now it's 7:52, right? Do you say it's 7 degrees and 52 minutes? Or is there any unit to it? Okay, it's a value, right? It's a value. So okay, so this one in short, please write this down. All calculation for kinematics, because they like to ask you all this. Kinematics if calculation in trigo, if calculation got trigo, wow, my English broken, right? If calculation got trigo, change to radian mode first. To radian mode. Okay, because you have to use this logic. Radian, there's no unit to it, you know. There's no unit to it. We only put it in degree mode when we are measuring angle. Time is not an angle. Okay, time is not an angle. So that's why we are just finding like how many seconds. Seconds is like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's no 5 degree seconds, right? Okay, so in short, just remember this. Kinematics. Okay, make the mistake here already. Whatever it is, change your mode to radian first before you all solve any question. Okay, but after that, make sure you all change it back. Okay, so this one, how many radian? Your alpha will be pi over 3. Okay, alpha will be pi over 3. Then they say the time which the acceleration of the particle first, right? So first, because it's the second quadrant. Okay, second quadrant. This will be your alpha, which is pi over 3. That's why your 3t will be equals to 2 pi over 3. Okay, therefore t equals to 2 pi over 9. Okay, however you want to calculate in terms of degree, 100% will be wrong already. Okay, because you're not measuring time in terms of degree. Why we don't use first quadrant? Cause negative long. You see, there's a negative, right? Cos is negative. Cos is negative. Okay. So it's either AST, it's either second or third quadrant, right? But then they say the first time it equals to -9. So don't need waste your time. Also go and find the third quadrant. Right? Okay, just the second quadrant. Okay, I think quite a number of you got this wrong. Either, I think no, most of you is actually because you all wrote it in degree. Okay, clear? Clear on this? Okay, don't worry. Wrong now, exam don't wrong. Can I? Okay, question B. Find the displacement of the particle from O when t equals to 5.6. Okay, so we got to integrate it first for this one. S equals to integrate 6 sine 3t dt. Okay, we're integrating the v value so that we get displacement, which you all will get -2 cos 3t plus c. Okay, just refer to this diagram. You see, sine, I integrate will go back to negative cos. Okay, I think most of you should know already. Then 3, you got to remember, it's not multiply 3 because we are doing integration. So it's divide by 3. Okay, it's divide by 3. And make sure you do the plus c. Okay, because we need to find the plus c. Since it's an indefinite integral, how to find plus c? Always remember this also. From v to s, that means when you integrate from v to s, when integrate from v to s to find c, okay, always remember this. S equals to 0, t equals to 0. This is the main equation for you to find the value of c. Okay, they won't give you insight because you just need to remember when your time is equal to 0, your displacement is equal to 0. Okay, haven't moved yet. So when s equals to 0, t equals to 0, then after that you sub in the value. So we can just put like this, -2 cos 3t, t is 0 plus c equals to 0. And then c, just type in the calculator. This one will be -2 times 1. Therefore, c is equals to 2. Okay, so your s equation will be s equals to -2 cos 3t plus 2. Okay, then after that, only we sub in when t equals to 5.6. S equals to -2 cos 3, 5.6 plus 2. We should get 2.92. Right? Any question, this one? All good? Okay. Next one. All right. Functions. It is given that fx equals to 2x squared, gx equals to 2x plus 1. Each of the expression in the table can be written as one of the following. Okay, so they give you f prime, f double prime, g double prime, fg, gf, and so on and so forth. Okay, first row have been completed for you. So how to find? Okay, so this one, we know that g prime is equals to 2. What's the value to get 0? You go and differentiate 2 again. Okay, g double prime. You get 0. For x, you see, f prime. Okay, when I differentiate 2x squared. How can I get 8x squared plus 8x plus 2? Okay, so some of it, you actually, if you cannot see that obvious, right, you just have to try it first. Okay, you just have to try it first. So this one will be fg, right? Okay, so how do I observe or how do I know? Sometimes just try and error. You look at the pattern here. Okay, I got gx equals to 2x plus 1. This one got 2x squared. How can I make it a quadratic? Okay, go and try. Okay, go and try. So you just do your compound. Okay, compounding composite, not compound. Okay, f(gx), then you do f(2x) plus 1. Just try and error lah. Okay, 2x plus 1 square, and then you get 4x square plus 2x plus 1, which you will get 8x square plus 8x plus 2. Okay, this one, please don't leave it empty. Don't know also, just guess, just tiong one answer put inside only. Okay, next one, 4x plus 3. So you see 4x plus 3. You might be wondering, okay, which one is it? Because you don't have time to test every single one also, right? But you know these are the possible options. So you want to make a smart guess. 4x plus 3. Confirm cannot be with this fx, right? Because fx got a square there. So maybe it's something to do with g. Okay, so what are the possible ones for g? It might be g prime, it might be g double prime, it might be g square, it might be g inverse. Okay, you try lor. I think like you can see here. Okay, normally inverse, because we learn the steps, right? But actually at a high level, this is what you need to remember. It's sort of like everything just inverse also. That means your sign from times will become divide, plus will become minus. Okay, but we just use the operation. So 4x plus 3, okay, I won't waste time going through. You go try g square. Okay, we won't try an error, but the answer will be g square. So g square will be ggx equals to g bracket 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1 equals to 4x plus 2 plus 1 equals to 4x plus 3. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, last time I saw some of you left it empty. I don't know why also. You see the pattern here. 2 times x plus 1. Can see the values are similar, right? So most likely actually is your inverse. So if you don't have time, right, just make a wild guess only. Okay, but never leave it empty. Okay, otherwise you go and try all of it. Okay, so if you inverse f, right, you see here got square, right? So most likely you'll get some square root to the f inverse one. Okay, so you can see all the working that in the paper that I gave you all, but this one you can just see is just g inverse. Okay, all of you know how to do your inverse already? We'll go next. Okay, otherwise you just try every single one, but do it fast. Okay, do it really, really fast. Question B. It is given that hx equals to x minus 1 square plus 3 for x more than or equals to a. The value of a is as small as possible such that h negative to the power of negative 1 exists. Okay. He's an distract you only. Okay. Number one, you need to know what form is this first. You see, hx equals to x minus 1 bracket square plus 3. This one for your maths also, you need to know. Okay, we seldom use it. I told you all also it's a not very efficient method to solve, but you all need to know what method, what form is this. This is actually your completing the square form. You need to remember what is completing the square used for. Unless they ask you to put it into CTS form, okay, or CTS is short form for completing a square, you don't go and use your CTS form to solve the equation. But CTS is to find your maximum or minimum point. Okay, how do I know what's my maximum and minimum point? The value is this and this. The one that's inside the x, your sign will inverse. Okay, so if plus will become minus, minus will become plus. The outside value just follow only. Okay, how to do this? So we first look at this. This is a smiling face graph, right? Because your x squared is positive. If I open out the bracket, this one you just need to see here, x, then square. Then your minimum point, okay, you all can write this down and draw it out. 1, 3. Okay, this is going back to chapter 2. All right, going back to chapter 2. All right, they say x is more than or equals to a. Okay, x is more than or equals to a. So write down the value of a. A is what? A is what? Okay, wait. Let me see. This is what question? Question 6 already. Okay. I saw many of you wrote another value. Okay. If you all see, right, you all look here, you see, you all have to understand this statement here also. Okay, why is it, why is the answer, so 1 mark, for those who wrote the answer, A is equals to 1, why you all write it? What's the explanation? Okay, I want you all think, it's actually related to this statement. The value of A is as small as possible such that H inverse exists. What does it mean? Such that H inverse exists. Okay, so this one is actually going back to all the early theory, your chapter 1, chapter 2. Okay, you all got to remember this. For a quadratic graph to exist, the inverse to exist, so let's say if I have a 1, 3, right? Okay, something like a graph like this, a 1, 3 graph. You just need to remember, for it to exist, I can only take one side of it. Okay, one side of it. It's either here or here for my inverse to exist. Why? Because for H, for inverse to exist, for inverse function to exist, you got to remember this. Only one-to-one relationship can satisfy can satisfy this. Because one to many or any other relationship, right? Okay, this is what? This is a many to one relationship, right? So many to one, you go inverse it will be one to many, right? One to many is not a function. Okay, we have to go back to all this definition of function. Therefore, only a one-to-one function, the inverse also will exist. So we want to cause this graph to be a one-to-one relationship. How do I cause this graph to be a one-to-one? This is actually part of your syllabus, okay, when you all learn quadratic that time. Okay, you see, you only take one part. So what they are saying here is that we only want here. Okay, and where do you find this part here? You just take your here, because this is x equals to 1. So only this part exists. You take your maximum or minimum point. Yeah. So therefore, your A is equals to 1. Okay, A is equals to 1. Question 2, write down the range of H. So when we refer to range, it means your smallest y to your biggest y. So smallest y to biggest y, this one, your lowest point is 3, then increase until positive infinity. Therefore, Hx will just be more than or equals to positive 3. Okay, H inverse x, and then state is domain. I think most of you know how to do this. So your inverse, let H inverse x equals to y, Hy equals to x. Okay, y minus 1 square plus 3 equals to x. Y minus 1 square equals to x minus 3. Okay, then y minus 1 equals to 1 plus cert x minus 3. Wait. This one no more. Not yet. Okay, then y equals to 1 plus cert x minus 3. Okay, H inverse x equals to 1 plus cert x minus 3. Okay, so your domain here, okay, domain will follow what? Domain will follow the range of your original one, right? Your original Hx. So your domain, all you need to do is state that is x more than or equals to 3, because this one follows range of Hx. Okay, why do I have plus minus for this cert? Okay, what do y'all think? Okay, anyone? Daniel asks, why no plus minus in front of this cert? How come when I square, then no plus minus cert? Anyone? Okay, cos cannot be negative. Why cannot be negative? Why cannot be negative? Don't know how to say. Okay. Can be negative or not? Okay. Why? This one actually you all have to. Okay, anyone can think or not before I give the answer? Anyone can think. You all actually have to look at all the small details in this entire thing. Shannon say. Okay, Shannon too humble. Direct message me only. Okay, Shannon, you're right. Because hx is more than 3. Okay, you all see here, the value, right, is, okay, your domain and range for your hx is what? Or hx, okay, this one for hx, this is what? X more than or equals to 1. Your range is hx more than or equals to 3, right? Okay, actually it's not hx more than 3. But you see here, right? H inverse x value, that means this is your y. Y equals to 1 plus cert x minus 3. Your y of your inverse will follow what? Your y of your inverse will follow which one? Your domain or the range? It will follow this, right? Your domain. So actually, your H inverse x, okay, you have to relate with the back to the question again. It's actually more than or equals to 1. Okay, because this and this will be the same value. So you see, if I 1 minus a value, right, will it be less than 1? Okay, will it be less than 1? It will confirm be, ma. You 1 minus the smallest value in the world also will be less than 1. So the smallest value of this, it is 0. Okay, it is 0. So therefore you only put 1 plus cert x minus 3. If you put 1 minus any value you put inside here, wrong. Okay, because of this criteria. Got it? Okay, I think a couple of you put plus minus, right? Okay, they will minus your mark. Okay, minus 1 mark for that. Okay, but I think I gave some of you, I think I gave you all the marks, right? Okay, but by right, I think it's look at the official mark scheme, it is wrong. Okay, question 7. Question 7. A curve has equation y equals to bracket 2x plus 1 to the power of 3 over 2 over x plus 5 for x more than or equals to 0. Show that dy over dx equals to 2x plus 1, 1 over 2, x plus 5 square, ax plus b. Okay, a and b are integers to be found. All right, this one, be careful. The thing is, if you all differentiate, right, and you all put into the quotient rule already, actually you all get 5 marks. 5 marks. You all get 3 marks already, you know. Okay, so some of you, I think most of you got it correct. Even if you all didn't get the final answer, you all get at least 3 marks for it. Some of you just skip the first step, always skip the U and the V. Don't do that, please. Okay, because you want to play it safe. All right, so what I want y'all to do, right? Always write the U, which is 2x plus 1 to the power of 3 over 2, and V equals to x plus 5. Okay, then U prime equals to 3 over 2. Okay, wait, 3 over 2, right? Hold on. 2x plus, did I write wrong as well? 3 over 2, 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2 2. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I doubt myself. Okay, then v prime equals to 1. Okay, cross it. Okay, cross it. Just be careful when y'all do this. You write until here, your dy over dx, then you multiply it, right? Your vu prime minus uv prime over v square. You just sub in the values, you get 3 marks already actually. So x plus 5 and 3 over 2 times 2, 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2 minus 2x plus 1 to the power of 3 over 2 times 1. Okay, over x plus 5 squared. Okay, x plus 5 squared. All right. When y'all do until here already, you see, y'all get the clues from here. You see, Sunny got a 2x plus 1 and 1 over 2, right? So that means you need to factorize out this value. Okay, so you just see this term. Okay, see this term as like one value. Like let's just call it a. Okay, a to the power of 1 over 2 and a to the power of 3 over 2. If I factorize out a to the power of 1 over 2 from both of these terms, what will I have left inside the bracket? Okay, so you see here, 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2. Okay, bracket x plus 5. Okay, this one cancel. This one I have 3. Then minus, I'll still be left here, 2x plus 1 to the power of 1. Okay. Over x plus 5 squared. Okay, x plus 5 squared. Okay, simplify. Okay, whatever that's in the bracket. 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2 over x plus 5 squared. Whatever is in the bracket. 3x plus 15 minus 2x minus 1. Okay, then you'll be left with 2x plus 1 power 1 over 2 x plus 5 square x plus 14. Okay, clear? Clear on this? Okay, next one. Show that there are no stationary points on this curve. Okay, so what's stationary points? Okay, what do you all remember? Understand by stationary points? Dy over dx equals to 0, right? So we want to see when we calculate dy over dx, right? Okay, I don't know why this one 1 mark only. The working is quite a bit. Okay, there's more than one step. Okay, but somehow 1 mark only. Okay, so when dy over dx equals to 0. Okay, so you need to test. You see these values here. You're here. Okay, you see when this is one thing, especially for quotient rule kind of question, right? You actually just need to take whatever that's on top. When they say equals to 0, right? Whether they say or check what's the value of the x or whatever, right? You just need to take the numerator value. You cannot take the denominator equals to 0. Because if you take here equals to 0, right? Like x plus 5 square equals to 0, denominator will be math error, right? If denominator equals to 0, it will be a math error. Okay, so the only values that you need to take, right, is you take your numerator. So you see for this equation, your dy over dx is 2x plus 1 over 2 over x plus 5 square x plus 14. Okay, so you just got to remember your dy over dx kind of question, if quotient rule, most likely they will ask you some questions like this and then equals to 0. The only thing that you need to, whatever they're asking you, whether to find what the x that doesn't satisfy the equation or no stationary points or whatever, or x values equals to 0, or find the stationary points, okay? You just need to take the numerator. Don't ever take the denominator. Okay? You cannot, this cannot be 0. Okay? This cannot be 0. Okay, so 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2 equals to 0. And then x plus 14 equals to 0. Sometimes they might ask you all to find the stationary point. Then this one, you can just put 2x plus 1 equals to 0, 2x equals to -1, x equals to -1 over 2. And then here is x equals to -14. All right, they say x is more than or equals to 0, right? Okay, x is more than or equals to 0. Therefore, both solutions invalid. Okay. Itu dia. Okay, but this one mark only. Okay, I don't know why 1 mark. So long the working. Okay, next one. Question C. Find the approximate change in y when x increases from 1 to 1 plus p. Okay, so this is your approximate change type of question. Approximate change. All right. Okay, so remember when approximate change kind of question, the main equation is dy over dx, delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Okay, so whenever you see the word small change or approximate change, you straight away write this equation down first. Okay, then let's see. What do we need to find? Our original x, right? This one. Okay, our original x. So when x equals to 1, dy over dx equals to, okay, you all sub this in first. Okay, I don't want you all to, one thing I don't want you all to risk also, right? You all see this dy over dx, you all calculate one at a time. Okay, calculate one at a time, meaning you don't straight away put into the delta y equals to dy over dx times delta x, because if this value you're wrong, and if you don't show this value, you might not get 1 mark. Okay, because this is a 2-mark question, right? You go and calculate this first. Okay, just go and calculate this first. This one you get 0.722. Okay, you get 0.722. Okay. Then we put into delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Okay, we also found our, or given to us in the question, delta x is equals to 1 plus p minus 1, which is equals to p. Okay, so delta y over p equals to 0.722, which is delta y equals to 0.722 times p. Okay, so this one, go and sub it in first. In fact, okay, maybe don't even skip the subbing in. Go and sub in properly into your dy over dx equation. Okay, then just type in the calculator and need a value. I think a couple of you sub it in, but somehow the value you all type in the calculator wrong. You all try typing it again. Okay, try typing it again. Just to make sure that you all know how to get the 0.22. I think some of you got like some 0.8 something value. Okay? Can? Okay. Question D. All right, you see this particular question, wow, it's like your entire differentiation, almost half of your differentiation chapter all asked in one question like that. Okay. Given that when x equals to 1, the rate of change in x is 2.5 units per second. Okay, find the corresponding rate of change in y. Okay, so that means what we want to find. They give us rate of change of x. So that means this is dx over dt equals to 2.5. They want us to find the rate of change in y. So this is dy over dt. Okay, what is dy over dt? Okay, so what else can we find from the question? Okay, just now for the previous one, we got dy over dx, right? We know that dy over dx is 0.722. Always write down the equation first, the chain rule equation, so that, you know, if you get it wrong, maybe you still can get some marks lah. So dy over dt equals to dy over dx times dx over dt. Okay, remember the chain, this is the chain. We just want to see one value, the top and the bottom. You cancel each other, then you will be left with dy over dt. This is called your chain rule equation. Okay, dy over dx, 2.5. dx over dt, 0.722. Okay, type this in the calculator. You get 1.80. Okay, 1.80, right? Okay, so I think some of you wrote it in the exact form also, the exact value also correct. Okay, also correct, because I think your substitute from here, right? Okay, and significant figures. Okay, for some of you, you're not following the significant figure, so be careful. Okay, I think, hold on, I just double check it. Some of you get 1.81, right? Any of you got 1.81? I remember I saw some of you got okay, mark scheme, they only accept 1.80 actually. Okay, 1.80. So you have to be careful, because you see, this 0.722, right, is also a value that is rounded up already, right? What's the original value that you all type in inside? Okay, I don't know how strict they are also for this one, because mark scheme, they never accept 1.81. That's why I minus your marks. So you all see from here, right, because it is this in a way still the middle of the equation. We just sub in 2 plus 1 power 1 over 2. So I just sub in the value divided by 6 square times 15. Okay. The value of this is actually what? 0.72168, right? Okay. Then we round it up. This one is a continuation from here. Okay. Don't use a rounded up value. Okay. So by right, this one actually, even though I write as 0.722, I'm actually using this value when I calculate that time. Okay. Be careful on this kind of calculation. So remember, anything that you round up already, right, is actually less and less accurate already. All right, Ken? Okay, but I think overall, most of you are doing fine lah. Okay, let me see. Question 8. Okay, question 8. Let's go. Question 8. Okay, permutation combination question. A 6-digit number is formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A number cannot start with 0, and each digit can be used at most once in any 6-digit number. Okay, so this is your restriction. Cannot start with 0. Okay, cannot start with 0. Find how many 6-digit number can be formed if there are no further restrictions. Okay, no further restriction means I got 6-digit, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot start with digit 1, digit 0. Therefore, I only got 7 numbers to fit inside here. Okay, 7 numbers to fit inside here. And then over here, I can fit another how many numbers? Okay, so let's say one more. 0, 1. Okay, let's just say I fit 9. Yeah? What? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 numbers to fit 5 spots. Okay, so this one another 7 numbers. Therefore, my calculation will be 7p1 times 7p5. You want to use your factorial also can. Okay, so 17640. Second question. Find how many of these 6-digit numbers are divisible by 5. Okay, so there are 2 criteria. Divisible by 5 means you can end with 5 or 0. Okay, you can end with 5 or 0. So you see the working that I wrote at the side here. If ends with 5, okay, ends with 5, then I'm left with how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only can fit 6 numbers here, right? Okay, 6 numbers here. So is 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Wait, what? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Blur. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this one I end with digit 5, right? Okay, so after I use 2 numbers, how many more digits I have? 6 more numbers. Okay, therefore the first one over here, the first one over here will be 6p1 times 6p4, then times 1. You get 2160 for this. Okay, second criteria, ends with 0. Okay, ends with 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this one digit 0. My first number. Okay, this one, do I need to calculate first number? Okay, I just follow. 7, actually 7 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6p4. Okay, so we follow this one. 7p1, then 6p4. 7p1 times 6p4, then times 1. This one will give me 2520. Okay, total will be 2160 plus 2520 equals to 4680. All right, question 2. Question 3. Find how many of these 6 digits are greater than 850,000. Okay, you all look at the purple working that I wrote there. You all follow this. Okay, you can start with 85, 86, 87, or 89, right? Cannot be 88 because we cannot use the same digit again. Okay, go and do this calculation. What will you get? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's just say I start with like digit 8 and 5. Okay, I got how many more digits? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 P4, right? Okay, so all of these the calculation will be 6 P4. Also 6 P4. Okay, 6 P4. 6 P4. 6 P4. You can just 6 P4 times 4 actually. Okay, then you will get 360, 360, 360, 360. If you want to count like this one by one. Okay, this is the understanding of it. Yeah, or 4 times 64, you'll get 1440. Okay, 1440. Okay, so this is when it starts with 8. Another criteria if it starts with 9. Okay, starts with 9 because greater than 850,000. It starts with 9, then it will just be 7P5. Okay, type in the calculator, 7P5, you get 2520. Okay, 7P5 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, digit 9. Okay, digit 9. Then I got 7 more digits to fit 5 spaces. Okay, so I got this and this added up together. Total will be equals to 1440 plus 2520. Total will be 3960. Okay, once again, for permutation combination, try not to write it all into one equation. Split it up. Split it up, then at least you got the answer. If one part is wrong, you still can get the other part the answer. Okay, because I saw some of you, actually your working is correct, but the answer probably is wrong. And then because you all never present the last answer, so half of it is correct, right? We don't know whether they'll give you marks or not, because according to the mark scheme, you need to show the final value only, like the final value of this and this only, you'll get the marks. Okay, not through here. Okay, in fact, the working part got a lot of different ways also lah, that you all can do it. Okay. Question B. A team of 8 people is to be chosen from 12 people. 3 of the people are brothers who must not be separated. Okay, the clingy brothers. Find the number of different teams that can be chosen. Okay, so 8 people are from 12 people. So one criteria is with brothers. Okay, with brothers. So if with brothers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 of them already brothers. Okay, the 3 bros here. So I still left how many people that I can choose? So 12 minus 3, I still got 9 more people that I can fit 5 spaces. Okay, so with the 3 brothers, it's 9C5, which is 126. Without brothers, I've got 9 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I got from 8 spaces, but I can choose 9 from 9 people. Okay, so 9C8. This is quite an easy one for 3 marks. Total 135. Okay, so what I mean, you don't want to write 9C5 plus 9C something, just in case you either type in wrongly into the calculator or this value you didn't see. Okay, I'm scared sometimes they might minus your mark. Okay, they might minus your mark, just in case if half of it is wrong. All right, next one. Okay, question 9A, I see a lot of people skip. This is a trigo, solving of trigo, but it's a bit more complex one. I think if you all watch through the hot topical past year question, you all will see me tackling a lot. I think we discussed quite a bit that time when we did the trigo topical, this type of question. So you all need to know when you all got like this weird kind of angle inside. You need to know how to solve this. Okay, so solve the equation 3 cosecant square 2 phi minus pi over 3 equals to 4 for 0, phi to pi. Give your solution in terms of pi. Okay, let's see. How do we do this? Cosecant square 2 phi minus pi over 3 equals to 4 over 3. Okay, when you all don't know how to do also, one thing, just show whatever steps that you all know. Okay, you all at least can get some marks. Over here, So cosecant square will be 1 over sine square. Okay, 1 over sine square, 2 phi minus pi over 3 equals to 4 over 3. You inverse it. Sine square, 2 phi minus pi over 3 equals to 3 over 4. Then you plus minus it. Plus minus third. 2 phi minus pi over 3 equals to plus minus third. Okay, we can write it as 3 over 2. Okay. This one they want in terms of pi, right? Therefore, your alpha, you go type in your calculator, you will get pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3, which is also, okay, you all see the green color one, that I wrote? It's also 60 degrees. So if you all cannot think in terms of radian, the tip is actually solve it in degree first. Okay, so you all see here, this is all 4 quadrants, right? Okay, all 4 quadrants. However, you have to consider the domain. So 0, phi, then pi, 2 phi, 0 to 2 pi, then 0, 2 phi. Wait, wrong. We want 2 phi minus pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3. So your domain of your angle will be from negative pi over 3 to 5 pi over 3 actually. Okay, what is 5 pi over 3? Okay, that's until 300 degrees. This is until 300 degrees. And this one is until negative 60 degrees. Okay, so actually won't really touch, but you need to take note on this symbol here also. Okay, so you see there's no equal sign. Okay, equal symbol. I think some of you all got it wrong. You're minus 1 mark because you need all the angles to be correct to get the full marks. Some of you include one more extra value inside. So go and calculate your ASTC. This one is all 4 quadrants, right? Okay, so all 4 quadrants. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, because all plus and minus. Okay, actually you don't need to draw this. So just 2 phi minus pi over 3. Okay, so from first quadrant, you get 2 pi. Hold on now. First quadrant will be pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3. Okay, you go and plus pi over 3, then divide by 2. Okay, you can just, if you are not sure, right, you just calculate all the value first. Okay, because you see actually your domain, there's one is 5 pi over 3, right? You see, 5 pi over 3 is actually not included in the domain of angle. So actually we need to reject. But if you're not sure, right, on this one, you just calculate all of it first. Then later on only you'll just reject it. Okay, then you get this one, pi over 2, pi over 3, then 5 pi over 6. Okay, you see this one, right, you'll get is pi. This one you have to reject this value. Okay, you put the extra value because you see it's until less than pi only. So if you put the extra value inside, you won't get your marks. You only get 3 marks. Okay, clear on this? This is your trigo. Don't be scared. Okay, it's actually quite straightforward. Okay, it's still the same steps. Okay, so you just gotta remember also if it's cosecant, secant, or cotangent, make it to sine, cos, or tangent first. All right, question B. Given that 2x minus 1 equals to cosecant square theta and y plus 1 equals to tangent square theta, find y in terms of x. Okay, there are various ways to do it. I'm just going to do one way. If your final answer is correct, most likely it's correct also. Okay, so gotta remember, whenever you have like some sort of square, right, as you do simultaneous equation like this, most likely you need to use the identities. Okay, so let's look at this first one. I want to change it to 1 over sine square theta equals to 2x minus 1. Sine square theta equals to 1 over 2x minus 1. Okay, this one, my tangent square theta, I can change it to sine square theta over cos square theta, which is equals to y plus 1. Cos square theta, I can write it as 1 minus cos square theta, okay, because of sine square plus cos square equals to 1. You all can use other identities also, okay? Other identities also is fine. So this one, let's say we put it equation 1, this one equation 2, so I sub equation 1 into 2. Okay, let's do the process. Okay, so 1 over 2x minus 1 over 1 minus 1 over 2x minus 1 equals to y plus 1. Okay, so I sub into here. Why this one still cos square? Sine square theta already. Okay, go and simplify it. So I will simplify the bottom first. So over 2x minus 1 over 2x minus 1 equals to y plus 1. Okay, when you get like this, okay, actually here and here can cancel. All right, and then you'll be left with 1 over 2x minus 2 equals to y plus 1. Okay, how did I do that? You see, A over B divided by C over D. Okay, or maybe I put the same value, C over B. C over B. The A over B divided by C over B, which is A over B times B over C. Okay, you can actually just cancel it out. Okay, otherwise you'll just do the long step lah. Okay, one step at a time. Okay, then we get under here, then you make y the subject. So y equals to 1 over 2x minus 2 minus 1. Okay. Any other values? All will be wrong. Okay. This one is your final answer. All right. Question 10. Okay, all doing well? Last one, Rhea. Okay, last question. Show that for that question, you use a shorter way. Can you use which one? Cotangent square. Yeah, I think I saw here. Yeah, can also. So as long as because there are a few ways, okay, there are a few ways. Y'all will use some sort of identities, okay, some sort of identity. Okay, final answer. That one is final answer correct. Most likely you're correct already. Okay, question 10A. 2-mark question. Okay, just for a 2-mark question. This one in exam, please don't leave it blank. They ask you to show something you don't know, also you just write something, you expand it already. You just go and bracket proven it or bracket should. Okay. Hopefully the marker don't see your step by step. Okay. If you confidently write, maybe you confidently can get marks also. Okay. Depends on your luck. Okay, so let's show this one. Okay, so we need to make the goal is to make the denominator the same first. Okay, so we need to whatever that's lacking lah. So this one I need to times 2 plus. Okay, y'all, I don't want to write so much here. So y'all understand, right? This is actually going back to your basic fractions. So my first term, I need to 6x plus 1 squared. Then second term, 4, 2 plus 3x. Third one, minus 2, don't have 2 plus 3x, and x plus 1. Okay, denominator the same. So this one, 2 plus 3x, x plus 1 squared. Okay, go and slowly open up all your terms. 6 x squared plus 2x plus 1. This one you get 8 plus 12x minus 2x plus 2 plus 3x squared plus 3x over 2 plus 3x x plus 1 square. Okay, expand one more time. 6x squared plus 12x plus 6 plus 8 plus 12x minus 10x minus 4 minus 6x squared over 2 plus 3x x plus 1 squared. Okay, final one. 14x plus 10 over 2 plus 3x x plus 1 squared. Okay, shown. Okay, or proven. Don't know, also just write proven only. Okay, just write the final answer, proven. Write something. 2 marks only anyway. Okay, this kind of question, you got to remember how to do it. Okay, you got to remember how to do it. I think that day, one of you were asking in the group, right? Where is Jingxiang? Is it Jingxiang or Jinxian? I think one of you were asking. Okay, hence find the exact values of integrate 0 to 2, 14x plus 10 over 2 plus 3x, x plus 1 square dx. Give your answer in the form P plus ln Q, where P and Q are rational numbers. Okay, you got to remember that if your integration, right, looks like some sort of product rule or quotient rule, at your level right now, you cannot do. Okay, for your IGCSE, cannot do. It's not that cannot do. You all go to college, if most of you will go, let's say A levels, you all will learn. It's called integration by parts. But as of now, if it's in product rule form, just remember, integration, if got some sort of U times V or U over V, okay, this one use reverse differentiation. Okay, that means you need to look at the question above one. Okay, normally you refer to previous question on differentiation. Okay, just keep this in mind so that, because I see some students, right, what y'all will do is y'all will go and force it, like go and create your own rules. Okay, when y'all do the integration, then after that y'all could do the UV or U over V, y'all try to reverse the process. Okay, no such thing. Just remember, when y'all see something like this, you see there's a function on top, function at the bottom, A, but then it's a integration, so cannot lah. Okay, so don't go and force it. You want to break it down to the previous term like this, the previous question. Normally it's going back to the question that's given to you in the on above. Okay, so, and you see this word hence also already lah. So hence, so you go refer to the top for some clues. Okay, so let's say if I want to integrate this, I will write back to the question. Okay, because 14x plus 10, right? If I differentiate, I will get this. That means if I reverse back the process, okay, if I reverse back the process, this is integration. Okay, so I'm just doing the reverse differentiation. Therefore, I should... No. This one is not. Sorry, I explained wrong already. Teacher is wrong. Okay, whatever I just said, scrap it first. No, it's correct, it's correct. Okay, maybe not, sorry, not this reverse differentiation part. I overthink already. Okay, so when you all see this kind of question, when it's quotient rule, right, go refer to the previous one, because you cannot integrate like this. Okay, you just cannot integrate like this. You need to see that they put it into like small different parts from the previous question. Okay, small previous part in the previous question, then only you integrate it. Okay, so we write it as like this first. Just copy down, because it can be written as that way. Sorry, this is not the reverse differentiation. So 6 over 2 plus 3x plus 4 over x plus 1 square minus 2 over x plus 1 dx. Okay, then we slowly integrate one by one. And be careful when you all integrate this. So this one you get 2 ln 2 plus 3x minus 4 over x plus 1 minus 2 ln x plus 1 from 0 to 2. Okay? Okay, no worries, Harish. Okay, so 2 ln, then bracket 2 plus 3 times 2. Okay, then minus 4 over 2 plus 1. Okay, we sub in. Minus 2 ln 2 plus 1. Okay, minus, sub in 0. 2 ln 2 plus 3 times 0 minus 4 over 0 plus 1 minus 2 ln 0 plus 1. Okay, we will get 2 ln 8 minus 4 over 3 minus 2 ln 3 minus 2 ln 2 minus 4 equals to ln 64 minus ln 9 minus ln 4 plus 8 over 3 equals to ln 16 over 9 plus 8 over 3. Try to put it in the form that they want. You see the question say in the form P plus ln Q, right? Right, like this. Okay, right, like this. All right, congratulations. Any questions? Okay, we are done with paper 1-3 from May, June 2022. Okay, how do you find this paper? Is it getting easier? Okay, I think many of you, I don't know how fast you all do it, but a lot is all careless mistake, right? Dylan, yeah, Dylan, you score very high, this one. Okay, no, I know no careless mistake. Or was it a careless mistake? I know you got like a few marks wrong only. Okay, but overall, I think all of you have improved. Yeah. Okay, there are some of you I didn't get the paper. So I hope that you all are okay. If you want me to look through it, okay, Sahas, Sanjit, later I look through yours. Yeah, so I think a lot of you wrong the permutation combination. I saw for this particular paper. So maybe you all want to take note a little bit on that. And then a lot of you wrong the kinematics part, okay, which is the time one, which costs you all a lot of marks already, because the question A, the first question, then the second question, also the same thing. Okay, so don't worry, make the mistake now. Make sure you all understand why is it calculated in radian, not in degree. Okay, just don't repeat it in exam. Okay, Ken, any questions? Any question? Are you all feeling good? Feeling good? This paper? Okay, if no question, let me stop this recording first. I'll see you all in next class.